with the trades we've made, losing the players, championship players. And I know how hard it is. We're also excited about the new direction of the team. So I just wanted to say thank you to them and everything they've brought.
Gonna be James. Here it is. See, it's under 3 seconds to go. Throws up the floater. Oh, good night, Cleveland. That is for you.
Besides, Jerry's always going to try to improve the team, but they're not looking to rebuild or take a step back here. They want to try to continue to compete in the East. They're not looking to rebuild. They want to make another run at it.
There's probably going to be some uncomfortableness at times when we try things that are maybe a little too far outside the box. We want to try some ideas and some things and try to put our guys in different positions to prepare us for the playoffs, which is what matters.
The team showing that back to me and making me the #1 priority for them offseason is just kind of a full 360 of where I was at 2 years ago. Unbelievable moment for me and extremely grateful and humble. I'm just trying to let it soak all in today.
We're going to have to wait probably a year or so to really know if there's a winner or loser here, because this is one of the more bizarre star trades I've seen, because we don't know about Kawhi Leonard's health. Is he going to be the same player he was 2 years ago?
Kawhi Leonard really has no desire to play in Toronto. We all know his preferences over the last couple of months. That was to play for one of the teams in Los Angeles. He's a professional. I expect him to eventually hit up there and be there for camp.
I'm a fun guy. Obviously, I love the game of basketball. It's just more question you have to ask me for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
They kept their young players. They added a guy who's either the best or the second best player in the Eastern Conference. They can now go for their first NBA Finals. Toronto is now in the discussion for best team in the East, but they can't win a title, and it's out of the country, and it's about as far from LA as you can possibly get.
That was denied by multiple Raptors. Not giving up on a play, and the Raptors defense stepping up big time.
We got real excited. It gives you a chance to compete at the highest level. Once Masai called and talked to some of the guys in there, everyone said about this, the same about making a run to the title. That gets your juices going and it makes you real excited.
Jeremy Lin makes his way now to the table, and he will check in, I would imagine, to number 17, Jeremy Lin.
At the end of the day, what is load management? It's rest. When you go back to last season, he played a total of 9 games. It's not necessarily about the regular season. It ultimately is about the postseason.
DeRozan with the rebound. Spurs up by 1. And a turnover. Leonard. Raptors lead it. They ripped DeRozan at midcourt.
We just did a good job of putting a plan together to make sure that I'll be healthy at this point. If you know me, I'm more of a guy that's looking for, our team success. This is what happens, I guess, if you just stay focused. You want your team to win.
It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger? Game series, Toronto has won.
You should be very worried because it's one game into the series, and I'm already ready to declare this series is over. They can't beat these boys. I'm going to tell you that right now. The conclusion is what it is. Milwaukee is just a bit too big.
This group of guys we got back here were special. We worked extremely hard, and the fans have given us everything we needed tonight. Our families, our friends, we're not satisfied though. This is one step to our end goal.
The Toronto Raptors are one win away from their first ever NBA title after a 105-92 victory over the Golden State Warriors Friday night. The Raptors easily handled the two-time defending champions.
Congratulations! Basketball has come full circle in Canada. The first NBA game was in Toronto, and now an NBA championship. Your 2019 NBA champions, the Toronto Raptors.
And the Kia Most Improved Player is Pascal Siakam.
I want to thank my teammates, obviously NBA champs, and we're not there yet, but we're definitely in the right direction, and I'm definitely excited for that.
And I know what we've built here. I'm confident, and you see how these things go. I think we have to respect him for that decision that he has to make.
The former Raptors player, a playoff MVP, has signed with the Los Angeles Clippers. The city of Toronto made its best effort to try and coax the superstar to stay, but he was drawn back to his hometown of LA.
A very hectic, up and down roller coaster, but mostly highs of emotions. Fortunate, lucky enough to win a championship, and then brought into a great organization, a great situation, to where possibly I can give myself a chance to do that again.
It's been a long time. I've been here the longest now. Been through the ups and downs. I was able to help bring a championship here. I feel like I have a big part of it. It's just going out here and doing my job like I always do. Be a true professional and lead as best I can, like I've always done.
I think he's going to score more this year. He has a chance to be one of the 10 or 15 best defensive players in the league. He can create off the dribble. I think he has a chance this year to make All-Star, All-NBA, and All-Defense. I think that's how good he can be.
When you look at this roster that Masai's put together, they're deep, and they're talented. But the problem is when you get in those big game situations or get to the playoffs, who do you put the ball in the hand? Who is going to be that guy, and can Siakam become that guy?
The greatest comeback in franchise history. The Toronto Raptors win it 110-107, 30-plus point comeback.
So even though you lose Kawhi Leonard, you lose the Finals MVP, you lose one of the best players in the league, the bottom line is that locker room is now a championship locker room. They're a very tough group. They're a group that believes in themselves, and then they are exceptionally well coached.
This year is an all-star starter. That's a prestigious honor for anybody. With Kawhi Leonard gone, Siakam's really taken the reins on a Raptors team that's just one game back of second in the Eastern Conference. He's having a career year in all offensive categories.
Kemba Walker, a rare miss for him here in the quarter. Lead pass, Kyle. Pascal! Oh, what a connection! 104-104. Wow.
To be here with this, it was quite amazing to be able to lift up that Larry O'Brien trophy last year with these guys. Amazing staff, amazing organization. And the other thing is, people of Canada, man, I know they support us really well, so this goes out to them too.
That next man up mentality, everybody pulling for one another. We do a great job of trusting and believing that the next guy can fill that role playing through. I think we have a great chemistry, 1 through 17, and trust and believe in each other and the coaches, and we're just able to go out there and play and execute the game plan.
They beat us fair and square. They made it tough on us. We made it tough on them. You know, we had opportunities to win it, but they came out and did their job, and they won, and they moved on. For us, it's sad. We have more to give, but unfortunately, we're not giving them more right now.
The Toronto Raptors made it official. Fred VanVleet has signed his new contract. It's a 4-year deal worth $85 million. The new contract won't change the way he plays. He'll still push himself to be the best player he can be. His biggest goal is to win another championship.
When you lose two guys like a Serge Ibaka and a Marc Gasol, right? And those are big pieces of your team. Those are veteran guys. When you lose those type of people, you can't just think you're going to be right in the mix unless you can fill those spots. And the Raptors have yet to do that.
This is huge. It's now pregame shoot-around for Tampa's newest team. The Toronto Raptors. Amalie Arena looks like home, feels like home for the Raptors. They're expecting a socially distant, sold-out crowd of 3,800 fans.
Getting a game in at Amalie Arena and having a routine helped the cause very, very much. Now, the Raptors had significant turnover that included losing big men Serge Ibaka and Marc Gasol, so they're still learning about their new home and their new look roster.
OG is already a really good 3-and-D wing player. Let's say OG breaks out this season. He may have been looking at max contract offers as a restricted free agent next summer. The Raptors take care of business here. They lock him up.
We weren't doing a good job of controlling the ball like we talked about pregame, and it wasn't the early help. We would happen to get them to miss one, they'd crash the glass on us. So we just weren't very good defensively, Doug, I think, is the main thing.
The game was canceled because the Raptors didn't have the league minimum 8 players. Nick Nurse and 5 of his coaching staff were placed in the league's health and safety protocols. Siakam was also held out of the game because of an inconclusive rapid test.
This is a 35-year-old player. Miami's not trading a 21-year-old Tyler Hero for Kyle Lowry at this stage of his career. It doesn't make any sense. They can revisit a new deal in the offseason with Kyle Lowry and a sign and trade.
Gary Trent Jr. and Norman Powell seem to be the same guy. Norman Powell is 3rd in the league in three-point shooting. That may speak to Toronto again and Masai Ujiri understanding what he's doing and not wanting a rebuild to last forever and ever and ever and ever.
The Toronto Raptors, they missed the playoffs this year after a COVID-19 outbreak derailed their season at the end in March.
36 home games played at Amalie Arena through a season unlike any other. The Raptors were still happy to call Tampa temporarily home.
With the 4th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, the Toronto Raptors select Scotty Barnes from Florida State University.
It's the end of an era for the Toronto Raptors, their fans, and the entire city as the man widely regarded as the greatest Raptor of all time is saying goodbye. Kyle Lowry will be leaving the team, heading down south to join the Miami Heat.
Goran Dragic, he said some things about Toronto that, let's just say, Raptor fans did not appreciate. Toronto is not my preferred destination. I have higher ambitions. We'll see.
Every season that starts, there's going to be players that are not there from the year before. This season, it just so happens to be Kyle Lowry. I'm up for the challenge. The team is ready for the challenge. We have a young, hungry group are looking to prove themselves. We're all pretty excited just to get started.
And that's his first All-Star game in his 6th season. 21 points a night, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. He's 12th in assists. He's 22nd in scoring. The Raptors are 26 and 23.
Raptors rookie Scotty Barnes is the favorite for Rookie of the Year.
I like Scotty Barnes for Rookie of the Year. He's a guy that could go out there night in and night out and get you 15 points and 10 rebounds.
The Raptors have now clinched the playoffs 8 out of the past 9 years. Tampa did give us Scotty Barnes, if you want to look at the bigger picture, did clinch playoffs, which is huge. They're not in the play-in. That's not even a conversation anymore.
Gafford right there behind the back, now driving, spins, loses it, keeps it. Oh, Fred VanVleet, Rockford's finest, spinning around the back, put it back up and through.
Going on, I was starting to realize, but of course it was a goal of mine all year to try to win it, but I didn't really try to overthink it or try to do so much. I just did my role, do what I had to do. Winning helps with it as well.
I thought we did a good job kind of like fighting, being down 3-0, and then being able to come back to 3-2, give ourselves an opportunity to tie the series. We didn't get the outcome that we wanted, but yeah, we just got to go back and learn from it.
We compete to win. We expect to win. It doesn't matter what phase we are as a team. Are we good enough to win a championship? I don't know that we're there yet. Are we good enough to grow, to make a jump? I think so.
Watch this Raptors team, how they play. They're in 12th place right now in the East. But if they start to make a run and start to come together, chemistry looks better on this Western trip. It certainly could impact how far Toronto might go.
The San Antonio Spurs game with Toronto last night. The Raptors made a deal to acquire Spurs center Jakob Poeltl. That's in exchange for Raptors center Khem Birch, plus a protected 2024 first-round draft pick and 2 future second-round picks.
But the Raptors are a very capable team of making this. They match up well against the Bulls, so I think they will win tonight. Raptors fans will show up like they always do, but keep your expectations low. But we can always hope that they can make a run here.
They had 36 free throws, the Raptors. They missed half of them in a relatively close game. This is as embarrassing a season for the Raptors as I've ever seen. This is a group failure.
He's a damn good coach. I think it was time for him to be gone. I think that he knows that. I think this was a foregone conclusion. Obviously, Masai Ujiri made that decision. We know he's one of the best in the business, but Nick Nurse probably wanted to leave.
The 44-year-old native of Serbia comes to the Raptors from the Memphis Grizzlies, where he spent the last 3 years there as an assistant coach and has been an assistant coach in the NBA for 9 seasons. This is his first head coaching job within the NBA.
With the 13th pick in the 2023 NBA Draft, the Toronto Raptors select Grady Dick from the University of Kansas.
Fred VanVleet and the Houston Rockets have agreed on a max contract. The deal reportedly 3 years, $130 million. The one-time NBA All-Star spent his first 7 seasons in Toronto.
You know, having young guys, having a couple of veterans, I think we can compete. I'm just there to lead the team, try to make sure the young guys get better and compete on the highest level. So I'm excited and looking forward.
I'll speak for me personally. I've never been a selfish player in my life. I always played the game the right way. I've always been a team player. All the things that I do on the basketball court, you know, it's about team. I've always done that like my whole career. Being this, continue to evolve as a player, getting better. We felt like, you know, that was a winnable game. Kind of got away from us. So yeah, I think, it's going to stink. Just move on to the next one. Right after the game, it's kind of hard to say anything, you know, it just sucks. You lost the game. So just go back, regroup, and try to be better.
Toronto will send 3 players to the New York Knicks for a package of players that includes Canadian R.J. Barrett. Anunoby was originally drafted by the Raptors in 2017 and is known for his strong defensive skills.
The Indiana Pacers are acquiring Pascal Siakam from the Toronto Raptors in a 3-team trade. Siakam, who is in the final year of his current deal, is a 2-time All-Star, former NBA champ who is averaging 22 points per game this season.
With the trades we've made, losing the players, championship players, and I know how hard it is. We're also excited about the new direction of the team. So I just wanted to say thank you to them and everything they've brought.